Heyo everybody, it's Johnny Vibe Alive here, and welcome back to some more Dragon Quest Builders 2. And as you can see there in the background, take this opportunity to speak to everybody. So we have concluded Act 3, or Chapter 3, or whatever. And, you know, I was feeling like I should probably rest my voice, go get some sleep. Been playing Dragon Quest Builders all freaking day. I am getting tired, but you know what? I just can't break the momentum here. Gotta get back to the Isle of Awakening. So let's talk to the rest of the townsfolk and see what they have to say, and head on home and see what's up over there. Johnny, how did you enjoy the fireworks display? We humans are flawed creations, won't to engender much conflict and suffering, but sometimes we can create beauty too. Oh, what do you think of that line? I was aiming for a wise philosophical. Did I hit the mark? Anyway, I hear you've been leaving soon. I have little doubt Esper will want to join you. Please, Johnny, take good care of my dear granddaughter. But what am I saying? That girl is all I live for. I cannot let her leave without me, and nor would I let you. If Esther goes, so do I. What do you say, Johnny? Will you take me back to your island with you? Okay, thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what wonders you have built on the isle of yours. We have built quite a bit. The Bard. Johnny is our hero, so noble and brave. Never did I fear, oh, I knew that he would save us. Now that we have found peace at last, I think I shall live my days out singing your praises right here in Moonbrooke. Of course I'm joking. I want to brighten our lives of those on your homeland and twin blessings of my beautiful voice and catchy songs. Take me with you, builder, I'll play you a happy song. Your people will be thrilled, and doubtless sing along. I guess we'll bring him. I knew you would agree. It would be a crime to rob your people of a chance to hear me sing. Perhaps I will form a choir from all the adoring fans that's certain to flock around me in the moment I open my mouth. Sure, we'll build them a little freaking place to sing. Johnny, my lamb, you saved Moonbrooke from its unfortunate fate and returned peace to the land. For that, you have my eternal thanks. You have done much to rebuild Moonbrooke, but still more remains to be done. Will you stay here and lend us your aid as a builder? What? You say you returned to your island before long? Oh, my lamb, from the moment I first saw you in Mount Elshire and high five, an ambition arose within me. I harbored a hope that one day I too might share such an experience with you. Please, Johnny, please take me with you. I want to stay by your side. I'll be your little lamb forever. You can high five me. God be praised. Thank you. Johnny, I had never been so happy in all my life. I swear that I shall not be bothered. I will not be a bother to Malroth or any of your other islanders. Just treat me like another member of the team. We're gonna build her a nice chapel. Be lovely. Can't forget Zara. Hello, Johnny. Allow me to offer you my thanks once again for helping us defeat the forces of Hargan. When you stood atop that tower, blasting Atlas in the eye with the Kazapple cannon, you cut ever so dashing figure. By the way, Johnny, I hear you plan to return to your homeland. I would love for you to take me with you. Then I'll be able to see as much of that dashing figure of yours as I please. But alas, I am part of His Majesty's Royal Guard. I could not possibly abandon my duty and leave my king unprotected. You must go where you feel you are needed, my dear Zara. If it is your wish to accompany young Johnny to his island, then I bid you fond farewell. You are not my only bodyguard, you know, and besides, what use do I have for an armed escort when my nation is at peace? Really, Your Majesty? Oh, thank you so much. In that case, Johnny, I would gladly come with you and aid in any way I can. Will you take me with you? Of course. Huzzah, you won't regret this decision, Johnny. Together we shall show the rotten children of Hargan who they are messing with. What about our lovely Anessa? Oh, there she is. Johnny, you have spoken to everyone, I trust. Jolly good. Ever since I was a child, I've always been fascinated by the art of building. I dreamed of becoming a builder myself. And now that I had the taste of building with my own two hands, I know that I cannot stop now. The building bug has, well, truly bitten me. Take me with you, Johnny. Let us continue to work together, not in winning a war, but building a new world. Good. I knew you would say yes. You are more than an inspiration to me. Johnny, you are my friend. Now let us return to your island and fight for the children of Hargan together. Oh, and do not forget to collect all those traps you made before we leave. Let us take everything, the zap traps, the sizz snares, the whoosh widgets, the cracker traps, the ballistas, the spike traps, and everything. When you have finished tying up your affairs in Moonbrooke, let us make way to the dock. We shall lend strength to turning your island into a shining beacon of hope. Now I was thinking, you guys, I did collect everything. Now check out all the stuff we got to bring back. We got some potato seeds, some medicinal seeds, which are things we don't have a lot of on our island. Actually, I might have a lot of medicinal seeds, but I do not have any potato seeds. But I'm sure we're going to unlock islands that have that stuff. But then we have all those traps that use those rare materials, so we brought those back with us. Pretty much just grabbed everything out of the boxes. Yeah, it would be nice to get our swords back, actually. It's fine. Whatever. What was I going to do? I had an idea to maybe, possibly, truck the game, which is most likely a failed attempt. But we'll try it anyway. So if I ring the bell, then whoops. Then I equip the thing. Rally my troops. Can I get them to come with me? Now, rather than teleporting, we're gonna walk, because I think we've rallied them, right? No. Why aren't they coming? Come with me, minions! Let's see if we can bring them with. I think we have everything we need. It's kind of sad to see this place go. We're gonna miss you, Moonbrooke. Forever in our hearts. I have to say, this act definitely came out to be like a grand finale, a bang. And out of all the acts so far, I feel like this one has touched me the most. By far the most epic. And we are bringing some of them with us. Quite a lot. We'll see if they'll get on the ship with us. But yeah, it was definitely my favorite act so far. But, I don't know, like, not by much. I think all the acts were really, really, really good. I also helps that I love playing wintry games in winter. Or snowy games in winter. Yeah. So, I really enjoyed the ambience of this place. The castle building, the wars. The trap building was pretty fun. All the characters are really great on this one as well. I definitely, if I were to rank them, I'd say this was my favorite. Act 1 was my second favorite, and Act 2 was my least favorite. But, like, again, not by much. Like, I still loved Act 2, and I loved Act 1. So they're all very close. In terms of, like, score, this one's like a 10. Act 2, or Act 1's like a 9, and Act 2's like an 8. So they're all very top tier experiences. So that's how I summarize my thoughts of all the 3 chapters so far. Let's head on home. Long time no ocean, Johnny. Are these willing warriors you're bringing back with ye? Yar, they look like a fierce fighters to a man, especially that one in the smock. They said this island was forbidden place where no man dares set foot, lay finger, or even the plank posterior, but it looks like that was a load of old bilge. That said, I did hear some serious bangs and clangs while I was sailing around the island. What exactly going on here? And more importantly, why is this island in the first place? I always thought the Moonbrooke was on the mainland. I can't do that voice. It's tickling my throat. Oh. And I am owed a drink. Leaving so soon, Johnny? Allow us to give you a guard of honor to see you safely on your way. I want to bring the king with. That would be nice. Allow me to thank you once again, Johnny. I am eternally in your debt. You have restored peace to my kingdom and sown the seeds for a bright, booming future. I expect you to take just a good care of Vanessa and these other noble men and women of Moonbrooke. My citizens are like children to me. I trust that you will do the right by them. And Malroth, my boy, do not pout, so I prithee. I know we have treated you appallingly. Your imprisonment was unjust and undeserved. For my role in the fiasco, I wholeheartedly apologize. But look upon your friend. Behold the pained expression on his face. He is innocent of any crime, just as you were. Please do not inflict this torture on... I don't want to hear it, alright? Just shut up. Gazooks, Malroth, how dare you use such an insolent tone with the one as great as the king. Know your place, lest lose your head. As great as the king? Ha ha ha! And which is greater, I ask you, a king or a god? Malroth, my lamb, what has come over you? Let us not fight, it is time now to go. The path ahead is bright and our features aglow. Johnny, I cannot help but feel responsible for this discord, but entering into an argument with not solving anything. Let us speak to Malroth again when he has calmed down. For now, Johnny, let us sail for your island. I cannot wait to begin building in earnest. Farewell, one and all. I wish you a swift and safe passage to Johnny's Isle of Awakening. But if the fancy should ever strike you, please do not hesitate to returning to Moonbrooke once more. Know that every man, woman, and child, my fair kingdom stands ready to welcome you with open arms. Achievement, Marshal of Moonbrooke. All aboard a trip. Time to set sail. Bye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. All right. See, there was that Molly lady on the Scalcatraz, and I think I remember seeing the king on somebody's, like, a player-made creation on their island. So I have a feeling that, like, maybe we revisit and, like, rejoin and get more of the NPCs. Like, maybe we'll go back and get Saffron from Act 1 and things like that. Who knows? It would certainly be nice to get majority named NPCs over the random ones that you acquire in the world. So anyways, and so Johnny's adventures on Moonbrooke come to an end. Together with his newfound friends, he sets sail for the Isle of Awakening, where Lulu and the others impatiently wait his return. But throughout the journey, Malroth maintains a stony silence, staring down at the ocean all the while. Uh-oh. Here we go, Chapter 4! It's got to be a Chapter 4, right? In terms of content, I know that there's 3 chapters based off the legend of the pie shapes on the builder table, as well as the unlocks for the island. But in terms of story, it doesn't quite feel over yet because the Lord of Destruction has never destroyed anything. Well, I guess he has, but I feel like there's something missing. Johnny retrieves his stuff from the storage stack. Let's see him. Johnny, Malroth, you're back! Hi, Lulu. It's good to see you. Look at all of our friends. Thank goodness, we've all been eagerly waiting your return. So, this is who you've recruited to serve in the Lulutopia military, is it? Half of them look like they're ready for retirement. And what calls for a grim and grumpy look on your face? Where's your usual sunny smile? It's not my problem. I'm out of here. Beat it, nerd. Malroth. Oh, you two had a tiff back in Moonbrooke, didn't you? Gosh, you're like children. What happened? Did he make fun of your... Did you make fun of his ponytail? You shall have to apologize immediately. Wahaha. There'll be a time for that later, my dear. Firstly, we must welcome our new arrivals. As official master of this island, it is with great pleasure that... Welcome to our island, everyone. With your help, we can make it the land of the wildest dreams. I'm sure you're all eager to start building. We'd like to help too, but we don't want to get in the way. If you need a hand, just give me a shout. Just give us a shout, and we'll be more than happy to help. Well then, Johnny, I think it is time we sought an audience with the Hairy Hermit. If you would be so kind to introduce us. All right. Give me my mount. Come here, mount. Mounty mount. Get back here. They're all leaving. Look at that. And there they all go. I have so many freaking people. Is there a way to check? I think I have to go to the residence board. Yeah, I have a ton of people. Man, it is good to be back here. Look how green this area is becoming. We got an inn up there. Tons of houses. We're building outward. We're going to fill this area up in no time. Now we got Rohana joining in. It's going to be great. But until then, we have to go check out the Hairy Hermit. Now, Zell said there was a secret in the cave. And he said, it might not hurt to hit record while you're there. And I think he showed me a screenshot of this area right here. So, I'm curious to know what he's talking about. We're here. We're here, Zell. Where's your secret? There's nothing here, man. He's freaking crazy. He's like, just go to the cave. I'm at the cave. He literally sent me a screenshot of this cave right here. He's like, go there. It's amazing. There's nothing amazing here, man. Might be triggered, like he is further in the story than me, so I don't know. Maybe it was this cave. They look very similar. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna literally have to tell me because there's nothing here. Nothing but rock. I mean, I've climbed this path before in the very beginning of the game. Yep, Zell's officially crazy. I'll have to ask him what he meant. Revisit it another time. For now, we have a Hairy Hermit to talk to. Oh, welcome back, Johnny. I take it your fellows are you? Or? Goodness me. What have we here? Who is this mighty, muscular, merciless-looking maiden? What? The king of Moonbrooke told you our world is a lie? What a load of poppycock. How could our world be anything but truth? The idea is clearly complete codswallop, and don't repeat it to anyone else. Don't want people to panicking over this perjurious prattle. Gadzooks, will this glowing gadabout not sit still? I am becoming quite dizzy. Mr. Hermit, sir, we of Moonbrooke seek your blessing to take up the residence on this island. Oh, but of course, you're more than welcome to stay. We could do with a few folk as fierce as you. Johnny tells us that this island is threatened by the forces of the Children of Hargan. Please tell us how best we can to help in driving them away. Oh, we don't need to worry about that anymore. Ever since Johnny left, the monsters stopped attacking. Then our first priority must be to build you some homes to live in. You must be tired after all the long journey. Thank you, Mr. Hermit, sir. I hope that you can make a good use of the abundant space that you have here to give shape to our dreams. Johnny, after all these years of yearning, I could finally be a builder. I always wanted to be, but all I have done is yet to help build part of a tower. I need to prove myself as a builder. I need to build something magnificent, something majestic, something that is all my own. She certainly is brimming with vim and vigor. Now, I gotta pause for a sec, because this is what I love so much about the story and the building. I think I talked about this before, but I want to just briefly go over it again, is that these characters mean a lot to me now. And even the silly bard, as much as I think he's annoying, I feel like he deserves a house of his own, like a little bar, a tavern where he plays songs and it's the bard's tavern or whatever. And same with Anessa there. I feel like she needs something to call her own, and she can actually help in the construction of it. I can make a blueprint, she can build it, she can call it her own. Maybe it's a guard tower, maybe it's like a forge, a smithy, I don't know, a war room, and she's like the the leader of the war room. But every one of these characters, even Esther there, she's our priest, she needs her own chapel, and it gives you purpose to build things. And even Lulu's gonna get her Lulutopia. We'll make a nice little thing on the side of the oasis called Lulutopia, and we'll make it like a brimming fun vacation area or something like that. So with all these characters, they create meaning, which gives you a purpose to build something for them that you care about. As you guys saw with my treehouse, I'm doing that for Rosie. She's the first character I really cared about, other than Malroth, I guess, but he's just not really like a wandering NPC. Maybe he becomes one later, I don't really know. But anyways, Rosie needs her own place, so we're building her the treehouse, and it still needs some work. So every single one of these characters, I have a project that I want to do for them personally. And, that's just what I want to do in the game. That doesn't even include all the restaurants, the taverns, the shops, all the different houses and things that we need for the regular NPCs. And then, so my friends are going to help with that stuff, and I'm going to be doing these little personal projects for these people. And maybe, I let Zell build a place for one of these characters that means a lot to him. So we'll just have to rank who means the most to who, and we can all build each of our favorite NPCs like their own little thing. So, and with that, we've also created NPCs for each other's houses. So Zelixor he's going to have a character named after him that lives in his house. So even when he's not here, he is here in spirit as an NPC, which is kind of fun. Anyways, back to the story. But yeah, to summarize my thought on that before we go back to the story, is Minecraft and other building games don't have that build for a cause. It's just build because. There's a difference between building cause and building because. And yeah, so I like the cause and effect, the ripple that this game has. So that's kind of what I love about this game. And now that the story of Chapter 3 is all concluded, I come back home with all these desires to build. And it's not just like, if I logged into this game in sandbox mode, I probably would have been done with it like, a while ago, because I'm just building without any purpose. So the story really does drive this game a lot further, and it is an incredible thing. So with that said, let's continue on with the story now. I know a perfect place for you to settle. There is a tablet over to the north in another area that's just waiting to be developed. Yes, it is called the Cerulean Steppe. Steep? How do you say that? Steppe? Cerulean Steppe? Go and have a look. We have our final area unlocked. Magical. Oh, we have to actually climb there. Let's go! Let's go, my friends. I might have to move some of these people around. So far in the Green Gardens, I have moved all the people from Furrowfield Farms there, which is suiting because this is the land that you get for beating Furrowfield. The Oasis you get for beating Crumbledon. So the Crumbledon people are over there right now, as well as Lulu and a few extra NPCs. And then obviously the new heroes that we just got are going to want to conglomerate here because we just beat Act 3. But I don't know if that's where I want them all to be, Maybe I want a personalized thing for someone in Act 3 over here and vice versa. So I have to decide. But right now there's more than enough people in this area. So we might actually have to just build up all 3 areas. We'll just have to see how it goes. But, I'd be sad to be hanging out in Furrowfield Farms and not have some of my new favorite characters from this place there with me. But then again, if I build, a chapel or something over there for, say, Why did I forget her name? How did I just said her name a second ago. The priest. If I build a chapel over there for her. God, that's driving me nuts. What's her name? I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Esther. If I build a chapel for Esther over there, if I end up coming over here, I'll feel sad that she's over there and not over here with her fellow people. But there's so much work to do, and I don't want them to just hang out in this desolate wasteland. So we'll have to figure it out. There's so much organization to do. So if we unlock this tablet, it should give us the third piece of the pie on this thing. Let's do it. Johnny takes a closer look at the blue stone tablet. It's going to give us a whole bunch of optional missions. Well, Johnny, any bright ideas for what to build here? Moonbrooke has a castle, didn't it? Well, I think it's about time Lulutopia had one too. But it has to be a million times bigger and better than the one on Moonbrooke. I wouldn't allow Lulutopia to lag behind. And as far as the scenery is concerned, wouldn't it be wonderful to look out over a pure white snowfield from the warmth of my royal bedchambers? Well, sounds like Lulu wants to stay up here. I'm fine with assigning her up here. A castle will serve us well defensively, but it will not be enough. We will need traps and magical defenses to drive off any attacks by the children of Hargan. Are we going to have to do a turret defense in our own land? I don't like the sounds of that. I just want to build in peace. I had these like mobs spawn on me when I was playing sandbox mode. And because I was building straight up, the quest was to build something high in the air. And then they spawned in the air and fell to the ground and they destroyed my whole town. I was like, what? And like they destroyed it. I would have had to rebuild it. I had to quit the game and load an autosave. Scared the crap out of me. Like, there's nothing worse than spending all this time building things and then like the people destroying them. And it's not like the NPCs will rebuild it to the way it was like they do in the Axe. You have to rebuild it. So like there's too many details for me to rebuild. I was like, this is a disaster. I just kind of want to be left in peace. I don't want to deal with the enemies. We'll see though. Hopefully it's not a problem. So Johnny, have you decided what to build? Images of colossal castles towering over a sparkling snow-filled swirl around Johnny's mind. See, now, I live in Canada, up in the north. I mean, we don't really get much snow in the lower mainland here of Vancouver. It's mostly rain, but it still doesn't... I still love the snow. Personally, I love the winter. Winter is my favorite time of year. So, I just love snowy games. I love, like, Skyrim. Any game that's, like, snowy, I just end up loving it. Make a castle, make a snowfield, build traps to defeat monsters. So, we do have to do some sort of turret defense. Not a fan. The children of Hargan are opposed to strike, and the people of the island live in constant terror. Use your skills you learned in Moonbrooke to build a barrage of traps and magical weaponry to stop the enemy assault. I think what's happening here is this is part of the story. Just like the pyramid built. We had to build the pyramid before we could go to Act 3. So we have to do this in order to initiate Chapter 4, which is like the final battle with the children of Hargan on our island. Because we haven't quite defeated the children of Hargan yet. There's some bigger force out there still. Probably Malroth has something to do with it as well. And once we fend them off and use the traps, and this area is the defense point for that scenario, this place is probably the one that's only going to be under attack. Our little farmland is not going to get under attack. Our oasis won't get under attack. It's just this place. This will serve as a turret defense game until we beat the game, and then I'm sure it all calms down from there. And then we can decide to do whatever we want with the castle, destroy it, rebuild it, or, you know, whatever we want. And I'm probably going to destroy the pyramid too, because it's just an eyesore, and I don't like the idea of it. It's taking up so much space. A grand castle in the field of pure white snow, with a blistering battery of traps to defend it. We are to build our very own Moonbrooke. See, this has got me really excited. I like this idea. Oh ho ho! Then let us settle here and build not only a castle, build a new home. Gosh, you're awfully eager to begin building. It seems like Johnny has quite the influence on you. He most certainly has. Why, when he built the Kazapple cannon for us, I was positively moved to tears. Is that so? It sounds like your building skills have improved even more since we've been away. I can't wait to see the improvements for myself. Behold, Johnny, we brought a multitude of materials from Moonbrooke to help us begin building our new home. I shall pop them into this chest for safekeeping. I selected a stone and marble myself, Johnny. Here are the finest possible quality. As for me, I happened to stumble over an ugly old mirror while I was out practicing my latest musical masterpiece. It seems like your sort of thing, so I tossed it into the pile too. You're all so kind and thoughtful, just the kind of model workers Lulotopia needs. Consider yourselves honorary citizens. Now my loyal What? She's calling them subjects too? She didn't even know that the king called them that. That's kind of weird. Now, my loyal subjects, let's get to work. We need a castle, a snowfield, and a fearsome array of terrifying traps. It's funny. Alright. Well. This area has me pretty excited. Because the snowy lands, the castles, I hope that it's easy to put snow on top of, like, rooftops and stuff. Or if it just naturally snows here, like if this stuff respawns. Because I would love to actually have a village in the snow. Just for the ambience. Every time we build a house or whatever, it's like all in the snowy areas. I like that idea. Or we could just cover it in snow. But it would be nice to build a beautiful snowy village and a castle. Overseeing it all. Maybe like a Dragon's Reach type layout from Skyrim. All sorts of ideas that we can come up with. The map here, it's a good size. And it's actually a better layout than the other areas. Because we got this area back here that's kind of high. We have this kind of midpoint, and we have this lower point. It all kind of cascades down. So if you had your castle over there, and then you had like pathways going down, houses going down, and it just kind of goes lower and lower and lower and lower, and then you have maybe farmlands down there and stuff. And it all builds up to bigger and better castles, or bigger and fancier houses as you get up to the castle. And obviously like the royal pieces are there. And then they're just like the farms folk down below. So I could already see a vision of how this place would shape up. And then we also have like this hidden back area, which I don't know what the deal is with this. Just a coastal area. So this is kind of nice. Yeah. You could do some fun stuff over here too and connect it right in. It's not, because that's the thing with the farmland. It's divided. There's this canyon here, and then there's all this buildable area down here. And then there's also like this cliff drop off, like right here. And then there's like this giant area that you can build down here, which kind of like separates it, breaking your line of sight. So when you're over here, you can't see over here. When you're over here, you can't see over here. So we have to actually do a lot of terraforming in order to like build up our line of sight. But then we can also kind of have these like hidden areas, which is also cool. And then we can build tunnels through and make train stations that take you between them. So while it does break the line of sight, you can use that to create cool different areas. But as we've been building these big landmarks, such as the tree, you can pretty much see that from anywhere, even if it's just the tippity top. So it'll be interesting. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It just it creates some challenges in terms of bringing everything together and cohesive. And then the oasis it's just basically like all flat. It's just flat, one big flat open area, and that kind of breaks my creativity a little bit, because one thing I like to say a lot throughout like Planet Coaster and any creative contest that we do, or just anything when you're creating, forcing someone to think creatively within constraints is when they are their most creative. So when you have this crazy landscape, you actually get more creative, and you can come up with a little bit, work messy and have a little bit more fun with it. But if you just give someone a flat map, what they end up coming, they have to figure out everything for themselves, where they want their hills, where they want this. And a lot of times it comes out ending up feeling kind of artificial or forced, and things just don't look right and it doesn't have this flow. That's why this area is such a good starting area, because it forces you to work within constraints. And this area is just a little bit too flat for me. I mean, I don't like the pyramid. I'm going to demolish that, and then you just have this flat area to work with. So while that is your constraint, how do you make a flat area look good? It also means you're going to have to be forcing yourself to do terraforming or landscaping to make it interesting, and it could come out looking very man-made. So of all the 3 areas, I do think this one potentially has the best layout, because you can see everything from everywhere. And if I'm working over there, my friend's working over here, you know, it creates a nice line of sight between the two. So I'm pretty stoked about this area, but I don't want to give up on my other land just yet. So we have a crafting table to level up and a whole bunch of recipes to check out. So let's do this. I'm pretty stoked about this moment. So Johnny remembers all the recipes he learned from Moonbrooke. So we bring all these guys home. But now, look at this. Look at, has a lock on it. So, I mean, we did do that one, but there should be a bunch that we haven't ever seen before. Let's see. Cedar lumber, silver birch lumber. See, we didn't work with this stuff in Act 3, but this stuff is included with Act 3. Woodless timbered walls, stone walls, hardwood columns, banded timber walls. We've never seen any of this stuff before. Golden Castle Capital. Golden Castle Foundation. Purple Flagstone. Ooh, I had this idea that I wanted to make this like alchemy place. Like where you make, there's like a thing that you can make that's like a dye hut. I don't remember what it was, like an apothecary or something. And they can brew dyes. And then we also have the wizard's table. So what we could do is we can make these purple pathways and make a glowing forest, put like purple lights everywhere and like lots of colors. And we can make this like kind of hidden area. And it's like an apothecary in the corner of like a swamp or something. And that's where they brew all the dyes, and the NPCs will actually make dyes there. And then maybe up above that, we make like a nice blue glowing wizard tower. Really inspired by these blocks right now. Purple blocks, all sorts of stuff. I didn't see this one. Night sky wall block. So there are new ones that have popped up that are already automatically unlocked, because I didn't have these checkered ones. But I think something has to do with the DLC. Like, I think we just magically unlocked some of the DLC because we finished the game, because there's these like modern pieces as well. So there's probably going to be a bunch of new things that I don't recognize, like the slimy block. Never seen that before, but I don't have to unlock it. Blue temple tiles. Holy good googly moogly. Stone capping, coping columns, picket fencing. That's so much cleaner than what I've been using with these crappy ones. It makes me think I did such a crappy job. Picket fencing would look so much nicer in the farmland. Oh well. I mean, the next area in the farmland can just be a little bit classier. And then the farmland's very rustic and farmy. Pretty pillars. What is this? Stanchion? Buttress? Castle windows. Steel doors. Magic door. Picket gate. Stone windows. Plain pane LED light. Ooh. These are going to make for really nice houses. I'm not going to have to sit here for like an hour and unlock these things, because as you can see, if I unlock this, it spends the points, and then it's like, boom, boom, eureka. And then you learn about it, and then, yeah, it takes a few seconds to unlock each one of these. So I'm going to have to go through this one by one. Just want to see what's in here, though. This is really cool. Fireplace. King Slime Light. Slime lights. Oh, these are neat. See, this is new. Fancy futon. Look at all these new beds. Like, I haven't seen these before. Basic bunk, double bed, tartan bed. Oh, I needed new chairs for my cafe. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Classy couch. I think I might have to redecorate my cafe. A bubbly bath. So that's definitely part of the modern pack. So we definitely did just unlock the modern pack. Same with the basic basin. There's probably like a better toilet in here as well, I'd imagine. Oh, look at that couch. The sofa. So much cool stuff in here. Endless amounts of fun. Grandfather clock. What's that? Decorative pieces. All these new foods. Oh my god. Oh. Treasures and trapdoors. It's like snakes and ladders. Huh. Rice sack. Treasure chests. Banners. So much new stuff. This is ridiculous. And again, like, I'm just looking at the things that I've unlocked, but then there's like things that I don't think I remember seeing a treasure pile before. We need to make a treasury in our castle. A Powie Yowie rug. So there's definitely extra stuff that we get for playing through Act 3, such as the Powie Wowie rug. And it's amazing how much more the game just gives you. And now we have so much to think about. I don't think it ends there. I really do not think it ends there. I have a feeling that, like, there's more than this. The game goes on. We'll have to see, and if I'm wrong, this is still more than enough to build forever. But there's a good chance there's more. And who knows if DLC's on the way as well. Absolutely nuts. It really is. Get out of here. You are annoying the crap out of me. Oh, that's a banner. What the heck? No. Who did I just give my sword to? You son of a... Oh. I'm gonna definitely have to do some inventory management. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not using right now, or I may never use again, and I'm just gonna have to delete it all. You know, like, do I really need to hold on to these 2 swords? Or these stools? I'm just gonna have to go through here and just delete all this junk and do a whack load of inventory management. That's right, give me my sword back. Yeah, because now I don't have much space for my newly crafted items. So, with that, I wanted to check out the Builderpedia. So it says total crafted 37%. I think what I'm gonna have to do is go through these one at a time and just craft one of everything. And once I've crafted one of everything, we can get a good idea of how much we've actually acquired. And maybe if I craft one of everything here, and it says you have 100% total crafted, well then we for sure know that is everything in the game. And other than these ones that I have to earn, photograph fireworks of the Isle of Awakening. Yeah, so other than these special ones, but it would give us at least an idea of, like, are we at 70%, 60%? But generally I've crafted pretty much one of everything except for the new things that we've gotten. So I still feel like there's a ways to go. And speaking of which, if we look at the other things, total acquired 40%? Like what? Like, look at these armors, these outfits. This whole page is for weapons and outfits. I have not even scratched the surface of these. Shields and stuff. These are just from hunting baddies and getting achievements and stuff. Like, there's an armor here that I don't have. It's gonna drive me nuts. These are all building blocks. So, but there's all those new ones that we have to craft. So I definitely have to craft one of everything and just see what that brings us to. But there's so much more. Even crafting one of everything and filling out this list so it says, like, that's a task in itself. And I still feel like we haven't scratched the surface of this game. That's my point. Total enemies defeated, 77%. Now this gives us a better idea of where we're at in the game, because we've pretty much been forced to go up against all enemy types up until now. There might be some hidden ones in some caves, but 77% of monsters found in the world means I still have 30% of the game to go in terms of exploration, hunting, bosses. These are definitely some bosses here. So we're not done yet, for sure. And then rooms. I've only made a third of all the possible rooms. Haven't even scratched the surface. Oh, story blueprints. We still have a chunk of these to go. So we're not done the story until the story gives us 7 more blueprints. It's amazing. So we're definitely not done yet. Alright, let's try to get things going a little bit here. I know the perfect place to put our new castle and snowfield. Let me show you. Ho ho ho. You do well to say she says, Johnny. Lulu has an eye for these things. As always, you can warp to the stone tablet here as much quicker than walking. Our new castle will be perfect finishing touch to Lulutopia, like a beautiful crown on an even more beautiful princess. Yes, the finishing touches. Johnny, let this last area that awaits development. Once you have completed these targets, the island will finally become a true builder's paradise. This is the final tablet. Young builder, the final task that stands between you and your destiny. When your castle sits in pristine snowfield, all ringed around the impenetrable defenses, come to me at the Temple and tell me of your success. All right then, Johnny. Anessa, let's get building. I told you I found the perfect spot to put our castle, didn't I? Well, it's just here. All right. It's a nice flat plateau with plenty of space for the castle and a snowfield, don't you think? I agree. I can't wait to get started. Come on, friends, let's go. It's high time we departed to the perfect plateau. Goodness me, I never heard such an awful screeching in all my life. Why in the world would you bring him back with you? I love Lulu. Oh my god. Oh, it's so true. I was not going to bring him, but I think the game forces you to no matter what. Oh my god. So funny. Never heard such an awful screeching in all my life. Why in the world would you bring him back with you? I love her. Oh, sigh. Oh, he's here now. We'll just have to put up with him. Come on, Johnny. We can put him in a prison cell if you want. Oh my god. So good. Kills me. There she is, the plateau. What do you think? You should be able to build a blueprint a pretty spectacular castle here, right? Indeed, it has a good flat foundation and has a commanding view of the surroundings. A master builder couldn't have chosen a better spot. I like it. It certainly seems you have an ideal place to build a castle, but whatever are we to do about creating a snowfield? I'm sure a builder as skilled as Johnny will figure it out. This place will be a winter wonderland here in no time. Johnny, we shall have to leave the procurement of snow in your capable hands. Meanwhile, we shall begin work on the castle. I believe we have proven ourselves competent castle constructors. Wouldn't you agree? Moonbrooke's castle is a very grand affair, wasn't it? Well, I think our castle should be at least as grand, if not grander. I agree, and this time we shan't leave all the lion's share of the building work to Johnny. It is high time we repaid him for all that he did for us. On Moonbrooke, we would always trouble you for a blueprint, but this time is different. We shall design a castle that exceeds Lulu's wildest dreams. Oh, well said, General. Let us begin work immediately. You're going to build the whole thing yourself without a blueprint? Are you sure that's a good idea? Fear not, young maiden. You rely on us to build the barbican and construct the crenellations, and in the meantime, Johnny here can concentrate on crafting the snowfield. To the north of Moonbrooke lies an isle of everlasting ice, and a Powie Wowie that makes their home there can breathe snow as a dragon breathes fire. If you could recruit a Powie Wowie to our cause, we could brew up a blizzard and storm forth all the snow we need. If that's your plan, then you'd better take us with you. I made it as a treat for Digby and Doogie, but this monster you're looking for might like it more. Monster munchies. I thought I could craft those. Oh no. You know what? There was some sort of like sewing machine or like thingamajig on the Scalcatraz that we still haven't acquired that allowed us to make certain things. Oh well then, Johnny, the rest is up to you. Journey to Rhymy Reef, befriend a Powie Wowie, and bring back Besno, our friends. Okay, so we're gonna get a scavenger hunt. We're gonna get some new stuff. Now, what's interesting about the Powie Wowie, how he creates snow? As you guys might have saw earlier in this episode, I had one of these golems. If I throw this thing down on the ground, the golem will create deserts. So I now have the ability to create like lush green lands, snow, and deserts. So we can do all sorts of really cool biomes now. Very cool. So they do not have a blueprint. They're just gonna build. Very curious to see what they come up with. Well, you guys are just gonna have to tune in and see what they do. What I'm gonna do in the meantime, I feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot on my own. So the next episode that you guys tune into, I don't know what state the castle's gonna be in, but I'm gonna go get that Powie Wowie. I'm gonna start building the snow out. Hopefully they start building the castle. I feel like I have to unlock all those things. I might, organize my inventory, try crafting one of everything in the game, just to see where we're truly at with the recipes. Or maybe I should wait until I have everything in the game. I don't know, because then it'd be hard to figure out what I haven't made. Curious. I'll have to think about it. Visit any other islands. There's a fishing island I haven't been to. I know I want to go backtrack to some of the other places in the world, but I haven't fully beat the game yet, so I have to wait for some of the features. We may or may not build some more stuff in multiplayer, so I'm just gonna just play on my own, see where the game takes me, see what I'm up to, and the next time we hit like a big story arc, I will start the recording again. We know something big's gonna happen once we finish the castle and fill it with traps, and we'll, finish that last bit of chapter 4 and see what the post-game story content is like. But we are definitely on the final stretch. I'd say like the last 20% of the game or less. We're for sure on that final stretch. But once we get through that, it's not over there, because me and the Team 5 crew, I have a lot planned for building. I might do some speed builds. I might just do show and tells. Every time we do build, we just show a video, take you guys around to what we built, talk about it, have fun. I'm gonna try a couple different things, but for sure after the story's done, it's just gonna be like content of just pure builds. So we still have a long ways to go with Dragon Quest Builders, and it's been a great addition to the channel. I feel I've been having fun with this, and I'm having fun sharing it with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, viewing, subscribing, commenting, dropping likes. I appreciate all the support. Glad having you guys here with me for this series. And I'll see you all in the next video when I get something going here. So, see you guys then. Bye now.